All right, y'all, let's have some fun here. So Nick Fuentes, he is ramping up the rhetoric.
Hold on. Wait, I want to see the rhetoric directly. MAGA in fighting. MAGA in fighting. MAGA in fighting. I didn't grift on the second hour, okay? If you agree that we're all Giga Chad, political opinion maxers in chat, then consider supporting the show. Because other shows might try to politics max, might try to Marx max, that was difficult to pronounce, might try to max class consciousness. But they don't subscriber max. I do all of those things, but also subscriber max. I give you 10% discounts. I treat you like a fucking investor when you're an Oiler. VIP class experience, okay, baby? I give you 0 ads. I give you 0 fucking sponsors. I give you independence. I give you the most international chat on this motherfucking platform. For $6 a month, less in other countries, free through Prime. I call your donos and your oil taxes because that is what they are, for you are citizens of this great chat republic. And in return, all I ask is for you not to think, what can the chatter do for me, but what I can do for the chatter. So subscribe, and let's watch some fucking MAGA chuds fucking implode in on themselves. And as you know, we are gambaing now, the only place on Twitch where you can actually double your subs while supporting the community and doing ethical gamba. It's very fun. Let's spin that wheel. 5 subs or more, and we spin that wheel. Thank you for your consideration. It's fun. Try it. Also, I'm winning 4-1. I'm winning 4-1. You guys suck. Get better. Get better.
In 26, you could take it or leave it. Don't vote. Don't vote. Do not vote in the midterms. The Republicans have to lose. They have to lose. They have to crash and burn. A cleansing fire is the only thing that will save us. It cannot be fixed. Fuck them. Fuck Trump. Fuck MAGA. Fuck all this stuff. It can't be fixed. If it could have been fixed, it would have been fixed in 2025, but it wasn't.
What pissed them off? The MAGA civil war is going to end the Republican Party. Don't interrupt them. Nah, they've been doing this forever. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. The leftists do it. They just copy us. A little bit of infighting is always healthy to refresh the ranks. It's Nick Fuentes' main spiel is just being contrarian for the sake of contrarian 24/7. But what's the main pitch here? Because of the Iran shit? Is it because of the Iran shit? It's because of the Iran shit. Fuentes is constantly a contrarian. Yes, he is.
Made every mistake. Liberation Day.
And also because he low-key fucked up. He tried to do the whole Epstein is based, actually. Why do you care about the file shit? And it blew up in his face hardcore, and now he's abandoning that shit. This is a pure PR human being. Like, since he was 19, this is the only thing he's been doing.
Day disaster. Doge disaster. Big Beautiful Bill disaster.
Okay, your entire life, you fucking Mexican Nazi disaster. Next. 10 on black for Anya Conda. 10 on black for Anya Conda. 10 on black for Anya motherfucking Conda. And we spin and we spin and we spin and we spin and... Okay, no, I swear on my mother I'm not cheating. I swear on my mother I am not cheating. 5-1 for yugopnik. I'm just going to go to the casino after the stream. I'm about to become a millionaire today. I'm about to become a millionaire. I'm putting another mortgage on my house and I'm putting it all on black. Fuck this. Fuck this. Today is insane. Today is insane.
Epstein files.
Thank you, Anya Conda, though, for the subs. Thank you very much.
Disaster. Iran. Disaster. The personnel. Mike Waltz. Disaster. Ratcliffe. Disaster. Rubio. Disaster. Pam Bondi. Disaster. All self-inflicted. Trump personnel, Trump policy, Trump strategy, Trump playbook. We tried it your way. It didn't work. Fuck you. Now we don't vote. That's the message.
But what broke the camel's back this time, Grifter Maxer? Come on. What maxed the grift this time?
Seriously. Can't blame anybody else. Bad advice, bad advisors, Biden's economy. Enough already. It didn't work. We're not voting. I'm staying home, and you know what? I hope the Democrats impeach him. I hope the Democrats impeach all of them. I hope they indict everybody. I hope they depose and compel the release of documents, and I hope they find all the criminal behavior, and I hope it destroys the GOP. I hope it creates a crisis for the GOP so severe that they never recover. And then I hope we get a fucking Nazi to run in 28. And I mean that metaphorically. I don't mean that literally. I hope we get
A metaphorical Nazi. Yes, brother.
a fucking fascist to run in 28 to burn the GOP down as a dark horse and win the presidency as a right-wing radical. That is
I will be the vice presidential candidate to Tucker Carlson.
that is my hope. That is my playbook. That's what I want. I don't trust them anymore.
I will be the Nazi if you insist. No problem. Okay, woke Mexican gay Nazi for you right now.
They say, we just got to vote for Vance. No, shut up. I'm not listening to you. The same.
Just recently said that Epstein is based, but now he wants MAGA taken down via the files. Dude, it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. It's unironically because he's doing the grift. He realized that doing the Epstein is based thing is not really paying off, and that is, I'm not saying that's the main reason he's doing this, but a sizable portion of it. From what I know about the guy, and I think I know quite a lot about the guy.
Same people that brought you this garbage now want to sell you Vance. I'm not listening. You fucking people told me that Trump was going to deliver a golden age in mass deportations and $2 trillion in cuts and charter cities and all this crap. You lied.
Come on, bro. Trust the plan. Jesus fucking Christ. Aren't you a Leninist? Trust the plan, dude.
It didn't happen.
Sorry, no, I'm confusing him. Bannon is a Leninist.
Now you're selling us on...
You know that like right-wing thing? They have a new right-wing thing where they don't say they're Marxist-Leninists. They're Leninists. They believe in revolution and capture of the state through the utilization of crisis moments, but not as a way to bring forward a left-wing society, but just to capture the state. It's very, very interesting. They call themselves Leninists. They call themselves, their praxis is Leninist in praxis. It's pretty fascinating.
On Vance, I don't think so. I'm not even listening anymore. I'm not voting. And they could say whatever they want. Say whatever you want. Try and squirm and struggle and flail around. I am not listening anymore. I am not voting. I am not reasonable anymore. We all played that for the last... How many cycles were we the reasonable ones? Hold your nose and vote. Lesser of two evils. We can't let the Democrats win. Okay, well...
Oh my God, I just realized I didn't do something. Oh my God, you guys gonna love this. Oh my God, 1 second, I just realized I didn't do it. I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I am so stupid. 1 second. Do it on the second screen so you see it immediately. Continue to download it. Okay.
Republicans win. Look at what that has profited us. I know it's profited Israel. I know it's profited Silicon Valley and Wall Street and the rich. What good is that doing us? What good is that doing any of us that live in cities like Chicago or New York or LA or even the red states for that matter? It's not doing us any good. Ken Griffin, Trump's boy, is down there in Miami, back in the Democrat mayor over there. I'm out. You lost me. I voted for Trump in 2016 because Trump was an outsider, because Trump was a disruptor. Trump was going to destroy the establishments of both parties. That's not what he is anymore. And that's not what Vance is either, by a long shot. We need something else. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care who it is. All options are on the table, other than voting for the GOP. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Is that not what we have been doing? Republican in 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. At what point do you say, let's try something else? We tried it that way.
Yeah, preparing for the next election. Let's hear what Kulinski has to say.
Against Trump.
Let's hear the Polish opinion.
Against MAGA, against Republicans, and even against the voters in that party. So this is really interesting to see. He is on the fucking warpath, bro. He is on the warpath. So let's take a look here. The MAGA civil war is going to end the Republican Party. Don't interrupt them, says Maine. And let's see what Fuentes has to say here.
My message in 26.
I just like that framing because, Groypers, the alt-right, the new alt-right, which is basically what the Groypers are, we're always the flag bearers of the Republican Party, and more importantly, reactionary sentiment in the United States. So how it works is they present a new thesis of the direction the party needs to go in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years. They're the beacon on the hill towards which reactionaries march. And they are therefore, for them to be a successful project, necessitates them to be in constant conflict with the neocons, etc., because the neocons do not want to evolve into a more quote-unquote authoritarian, quote-unquote violent, quote-unquote openly bigoted form of status quo protection. So I do not believe that this is a new thing, this particular infighting. Hell, it presents to us that they adapt to further and further conditions more and more by looking at, the radical sect inside of the wider movement as something to which they aspire, and that radical sect, in order to ensure that process, has to continuously call them out for being too soft and weak and pussy-coded. Yep.
You could take it or leave it. Don't vote. Don't vote. Do not vote in the midterms. The Republicans have to lose. They have to lose.
Shit.
They have to crash and burn. A cleansing fire is the only thing that will save us. It cannot be fixed. Fuck them. Fuck Trump. Fuck MAGA. Fuck all this stuff. It can't be fixed. If it could have been fixed, it would have been fixed in 2025, but it wasn't. They made every mistake. Liberation Day, disaster. Doge, disaster. Big Beautiful Bill, disaster. Epstein Files, disaster. Iran, disaster. The personnel, Mike Waltz, disaster.
He's spitting right now. All that shit was a disaster.
Cliff, disaster. Rubio, disaster. Pam Bondi, disaster.
Okay, finally did a chat. Sorry that I was doing something to the side. Some of you might notice. Wait, how do you do subscriber badges? I'm not gonna dox myself. Yeah, I don't believe I will. Wait. Finally, 2.5 year and 3.5 year and 3 year have their own new motherfucking rank. To show you the full version, that's again, your money went into this. I'm going to be making new emotes as well. I know some of you care about that. I started caring, actually, now that I'm very Twitch-pilled, not only as a streamer, but also as a chatter in a lot of communities. So these are going to be the new ones. Wait, look at them. So this is going to be Super Saiyan mode, okay? This is going to be for, wait, where are you? This is going to be for 2.5 years. 3 years is Chad mode, okay? Looks like you bleed oil. Okay, it's a mixture between, Chad, the Chad meme and like a rockabilly and stuff. And where the fuck is the last one? And this is for whoever is so insane as to stay a subscriber for 3.5 years, I believe. 3.5 years. Greaser, yes, that's the word. Chad Greaser, because that's what you are. Because you oil me, get it? Greaser, because you oil a lot. It's supposed to be funny, I don't know. The artist is amazing. Does a lot of the program merch. Check out their shit. Wait, let me show you. What was it? Wait, I don't know. I don't remember the at. Of course, the artist gets paid for this. What the fuck? This is the at on Instagram. The fuck? No. There you go. Makes pretty cool shit. Look at how good this is. Very, very talented. Oh, who's this? Haha, that's crassy. That's pretty crassy. There you go. Okay. You guys happy? You got new motherfucking ranks. Remain subscribed and you're going to look all prettier and prettier. I personally like them. The artist that made the new badges, a chatter said to shout out the artist, which I will do with great pleasure. Please give him a follow. Please give them a follow. They make really cool shit. They're from Serbia. So the Yugo portrait W. Absolutely made the Yugo portrait as well. So if you like me reinvesting in this show, 2 hours and a half, let me remind you that for a limited time only, because we reached our beautiful target today, you can now double the amount of gift subs you give me while participating in the world's funnest degenerate game, which is spinning a wheel and betting on a color or betting on a number. So please subscribe to the show, support it if you want to, and in return for 5 gift subs plus, you can spin the wheel, have some fun, and potentially double it. Thank you very much for your consideration. But I understand why you wouldn't do it, because you suck. Because you suck so fucking bad. You suck so much. I am winning, what was it, 4-1 or 5-1? Like, how about you get better, chat? How about you get better? And prove it to me. Pro tip, use this wheel, you dumb motherfuckers. 5-1. I'm just too good. I know you, chat, doesn't have the balls to try me. I just know it. Look, they're not even trying. Giving up, fucking black pilled as always. And here I thought you had balls.
All self-inflicted. Trump personnel, Trump policy, Trump strategy, Trump playbook. We tried it your way. It didn't work. Fuck you. Now we don't vote. That's the message. Seriously. Can't blame anybody else. Bad advice, bad advisors, Biden's economy.
And the difference between the American right and the American right that pretends to be left, also known as the Democratic Party, is that a lot of Republicans will listen to this. A lot of establishment Republicans will listen to this and adapt to the pitch that Nick Fuentes and people like Nick Fuentes are trying to give them. Well, the Democratic Party, the Dems, will react to actual leftists telling them, Gavin Newsom for president, we're not voting for that. What the fuck is wrong with you? They will react to that by calling you a transphobe, a homophobe, and an anti-brown people racist. Because why in the hell have you not immediately supported this guy? It means you fucking hate everybody. So that's the difference between a highly adaptable and superior model of protecting the status quo, the further right one, than the center-right liberal model of protecting capitalism. Why eventually America will become arguably a one-party Republican state. But I'm talking, the next couple of decades. What's this? Oh my God, do I want to watch this?
Hey, Charlie, you're under arrest.
Arrest? I don't feel like I'm under arrest. How about you, Yahoo?
Nah, not a bit.
Not even a little bit.
You turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I don't think so.
Your mistake is thinking you got a goddamn choice, boy.
And your mistake, thinking that you're in America. You're a long way from home.
He's gonna say Israel.
This is Tel Aviv!
Hey, Charlie, you're under arrest.
Ai, suka, paslas jebu pičku. That was great. Thank you very much, Captain. That was funny. Ufigi! The big OG. What's up, Ufigi? Ay. Tel Aviv.
Enough already. It didn't work. We're not voting. I'm staying home, and you know what? I hope the Democrats impeach him. I hope the Democrats impeach all of them. I hope they indict everybody. I hope they depose and compel the release of documents. And I hope they find all the criminal behavior, and I hope it destroys the GOP.
Oh, shit. Did bro just take my job? I think he just took my job, bro. I think he just said the shit that I was supposed to say.
You know this shit. You know this. Where is it? Fucking hell, it's so good. Where is it? Come on, motherfucker! Where is you be, bro? No. Where are you?
I said that I believed Epstein was an Israeli spy.
What? This one is not bad. This one is not bad, but I'm looking for a different one.
I said that I believed Epstein was an Israeli spy. And Dershowitz interrupts me. Right.
This is a new segment we have on the show. We just watch this guy, and we're like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Attorneys do. And he says, that is outrageous. If he had been a spy, he would have told me because I was his attorney and I could have gone to the White House and I could have gotten him a better sentence. And I said, wait a minute. You could have gone to the White House to say,
go easy on Jeffrey Epstein.
Because he's an Israeli spy collecting information from American politicians? If I were the president, I would
have hung him from a tree.
And then Piers Morgan said, General Allen, was he a spy? And he goes,
who knows?
I never met.
I said that I believed Epstein
Check
was
this one. That one's good, but this one is incredible. This one is about how Israelis are just fucking evil, and they just also hate their allies, and they shit in people's apartments. Yes, everything you just heard me say, I'm not trying to mug you. This man actually says, yo, when you're deployed in Israel, even if you're like working for their greatest ally, they will enter your apartment and shit in it. Just watch.
I never met anybody at the CIA who was pro-Israel. Never.
Not one.
Not a single person. No, not a single person. And it's because they make it so hard to like them. You know, if we're supposed to be their best friends, we have this special relationship. Well, I'll tell you the same story I told Danny Jones. I worked with this guy for years, and he married a woman in the office. Really terrific people, both of them. Terrific.
That shit was promised to them 5,000 years ago. This is my toilet.
And when I was going out to Bahrain on my rotation to the State Department, the wife was going out to Jerusalem because she got the same rotation to the State Department. So because she had worked with the Israelis for many years, the station decided to declare the two of them to the Israelis. So they land and they go straight to Mossad, and the chief said, these are my officers. She's on rotation to the State Department, and he's just going to study Arabic at the University of Tel Aviv. Right?
Listen to this.
No harm. So they're there for a little while. They go to a party at the ambassador's residence, and they come home, and all of their living room furniture had been rearranged. And they were like, you know, not cool. But this is what the Israelis do. They break in the house. They rearrange all your furniture just to say, ha, fuck you. We can do anything we want. So they're there working. Months pass. They're having a good time. They go to the ambassador's Christmas party. Now, they're living in Jerusalem. The embassy at the time was in Tel Aviv. And so it's about a 30 or 40,
Listen to this, bro.
40-minute drive to get from one city to the other. They come home at the end of the party, and people had taken shits in all of their toilets in their house. Every toilet had shit in it. You know, not cool. They're not doing anything. They're not working against the Israelis. They're just doing normal stuff. He's studying Arabic. She's just in the embassy's economic section or whatever. And then when their tour was over,
Thank you very much, CCP, for your support. I guess CCP approves of this of this CIA, ex-CIA gentleman. He spent 2 years in, so he might be a plant. He might be a very meta plant right now. Especially, it's very controversial that TikTok got bought, and immediately this guy got incredibly popular, right? Low-key sus. But he also spent 2 years in jail because he snitched on the CIA. He's very anti-CIA. He's very anti-Israel. He's not anti-China, right? Like, if I'm putting my plant that's going to, confuse the masses on TikTok, I wouldn't do it with one that is telling the masses that the American empire, no matter how lived up he is, that the American empire is kind of cringe, right? That's one green flag. The other green flag is that he spent 2 years in jail. And the third green flag is that he fucking worked for Russia today. I am pretty sure the Russians vet people that they allowed to work on Russia motherfucking today. Okay? That's why I don't think he's a plant. But he could be a plant because you can always go back to the agency. Okay? You can go back. So I don't know. I don't know. There's no such thing as ex-CIA. Well, Abby Martin worked for Russia today. I know, but we're not questioning whether Abby Martin was CIA. He definitely still has the CIA brain. Yes, of course, he's going to be like agency brain for the rest of his life. But I do trust some of his stories. I don't know, they're interesting, and I might buy the book. Also, one of the most charismatic people I've ever seen in my life. Biggest red flag is real whistleblowers get Snowden treatment. He did not whistleblow hardcore. He would get death treatment. And for the shit he did say, he literally did go to jail for 2 whole fucking years. 2 whole years.
Over a 2-year tour, the ambassador threw a going away party for them, which is a normal thing. And they get back to the house, and the dog is under the dining room table whimpering because somebody had cut the dog's tail off, and they wrapped it with gauze and with medical tape. Now, why would you do something like that? What do you hope to gain, except to make us hate you? You know? If you're trying to win friends and influence people, that's really not the way you're going to want to go. So now here are these people who, if anything, were, moderately...
I just wish he would explain why the fuck they do this shit. Like... The Israeli intelligence is just fucking literal Nazi psycho fucking Zionists, okay? They're unhinged. They're unhinged. They're just unhinged.
Supportive of the Israelis, who came home only with bitterness and hatred toward the Israelis for this harassment that lasted for 2 years.
Like, how do you you are literally America's 51st state, and you manage to turn like the most hardcore nationalists, people that work for the ABC agencies in the States, right? For the letter agencies. You make them dislike you. You know how actually insanely annoying and a piece of shit you got to be in order to do that? To make a CIA agent not like you, an Israeli Mossad agent. It's like, wow. Like, you have to move their furniture around, plant bugs in their house, take a shit in every single one of their toilets, and cut their dog's tail off. What? Why are you... We are literally giving you missiles that you use for genocide. Why are you cutting my dog's tail off? Can somebody explain, except, I don't know, just fucking sociopathy? I know I'm like professional opinion haver and analyst guy here, but I do not understand why I would cut my ally's dog's tail off. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because fuck you, that's why. I guess. The eternal mentality of the Zionist. Fuck you, that's why. He even comments on that. Wait, he comments on this. Wait.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein...
No, not this one. Where is it? Because they all look the same and I can't,
I said that I believed Epstein was an Israeli spy. And I could have gotten him a better...
All right, just wait. So it's...
Do you think...
Confident it was the Israelis.
Why?
Jeffrey Epstein is kind of the...
Okay, this one's not bad. Listen to this one. But there's one with the Ayatollah, which is really fun.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was a spy?
I believe very strongly he was a spy, yes.
And who do you think he was working for?
The Israelis. I'm confident it was the Israelis.
Why?
Jeffrey Epstein is kind of the
He is Balkan? What the fuck do you mean he's Balkan?
stereotypical example that they give you in training for what's called an access agent. This is a different kind of recruit. If you're a foreign intelligence service and you want...
He is Greek. Oh my God, everything explained, brother. He's been co-opted by Greek intelligence service. Yes. Turkey will be afraid many years. Yes.
Information, like close-in information from a former president, from the CEO of the biggest company in the world,
from a member of the British royal family, you're not going to recruit these guys. You're not going to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Prince Andrew. So you do the next best thing. You recruit somebody who has regular access to them. And that person that you recruit is going to need to make these people feel comfortable and appreciated. And so you give him plenty of money. So he has this house on an island, or he has the whole island. And maybe you bring in young girls, you get them in compromising positions, just in case you need to use what's called
compromat. And compromat does not work sometimes. And he has an example of when it doesn't work, which is more interesting than this story. You probably know everything that he's going to say. Keep in mind, I think this story is low-key true for multiple reasons. When you have established governance so hardcore and when there's basically no elections, let's be fucking honest here. I'm not libbing out, let's be honest. Certain countries don't have fucking elections. You don't really care if they compromise you because like your allies are your allies not because you're some sort of enlightened, either religious or ideological or political leader, but because you're fucking bros, okay? You're never going to betray each other. So many years ago, they tried to do a thing to the Ayatollah, and the Ayatollah did a crazy response. Listen to this one.
When I first got hired, one of the old timers told me the story about an Ayatollah that they were trying to recruit, and they set this
So this was when he was young. The other guy was an old timer. So this is like, you know, some of the OG fucking leaders of Iran, right?
Ayatollah up with a prostitute, and it was he had sex with this prostitute in a they were trying to recruit, and they set this Ayatollah up with a prostitute, and it was he had sex with this prostitute in a room where they had cameras everywhere. They bumped him afterwards. They bumped into him and said, hey, we have all these pictures. And they laid out the pictures of him, you know, butt naked with this prostitute. And he said, yeah, give me that one an 8x10. Give me 2 5x7s of that one. How about some wallet size for this? When I first got hired, one of the old timers told me the story.
Oh my! I cannot imagine the faces of the fucking intelligence agents in that fucking room. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Not the wallet size. It's fucking fascinating, this fucking cunt, dude. Absolutely. I have to admit it. It's my new, like, go-to. It's my new go-to. He is my new go-to. He's my new Goku. No, not this one. What the fuck did I do? Barry sent me a link. The pressure now reporting on John Kay getting sentenced 13 years. 13 godina jebote.
Democracy Now.
Oh my God, yeah, look at this. Oh my God, fucking hell. She's so young, it's crazy. 13 years ago.
The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh.
A retired CIA agent who blew the
she is a child. Oh, she is a child.
Whistle on the agency's Bush-era torture program has...
Aging is crazy. They both still look great, don't get me wrong. Okay, misogyny, Hugo.
Sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. John Kiriakou becomes the first CIA official...
Amy Goodman, more like Amy looking good, man.
...to be jailed for any reason relating to the torture program. Under a plea deal, Kiriakou, agent who blew the whistle on the agency's Bush-era torture program, has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. John Kiriakou becomes the first CIA official to be jailed for any reason relating to the torture program. Under a plea deal, Kiriakou admitted to a single count of violating the intelligence identity.
Balkan W, man. He might be cool, dude. No joke, might be cool.
Identities Protection Act by revealing the identity of a covert officer to a freelance reporter who did not publish it. Under the plea deal, prosecutors dropped charges brought under the Espionage Act. In 2007, Kiriakou became the first CIA official to publicly confirm and detail the Bush administration's use of waterboarding when he spoke to ABC's Brian Ross.
At the time, I felt that waterboarding was something that we needed to do. And as time has passed, and as September 11th has moved farther and farther back into history, I think I've changed my mind. And I think that waterboarding is probably something that we shouldn't be in the business of doing.
Why do you say that now?
because we're Americans and we're better than that.
John Kiriaku's supporters say he has been unfairly targeted in the Obama administration's.
Yeah, there you go. He was one of the first guys that started talking about those types of torture mechanisms. No, you're not. Okay, don't fucking be that fucking picky, chat. Jesus. Okay? We need more dudes like this. It's good. Okay? It's fucking good. They can be kringe on certain things. It's fine. Okay? Doesn't matter what drives your anti-imperialist behavior. Is it like badly placed patriotism over a country that never existed? Or is it principled Marxism, Leninism, Maoism? I don't care. It's the praxis is all that matters. Not all that matters, but 98% of what matters. I just killed too many people and got mentally traumatized. He talks about other torture mechanisms. It's fucking insane. It's pretty fucking crassy. Wait, where is it? John, where is... This one's good. I saw this one. I neither agree or disagree with this video. TOS.
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Pretty crassy. Dude. Wait, why doesn't... Oh my god, I hate this shit. Fucking diary of my ass. How about you properly hashtag it's TikTok, you cunt. I showed you guys the one with the zoophilia, right?
Operation, but
this one's fucking weird.
Operation, but I'm proud to say that from the very beginning of the Diddy thing, I followed it very closely. I said, he's an asshole.
But I'm just not seeing a crime here. Right.
And that's yeah. A lot of people, and that's another take that I've heard from my friend that was actually recently on here. I was asking about the Diddy stuff, and he was like,
I don't care. He was like,
channel. And they said, would you come on and talk about this operation? I said, sure. And they said, so this is a war crime, right? And I said,
well, yeah, technically, because, you know, we know of several cases where the guy that had the pager took the pager off his belt, put it on the table, sat down with his family to have dinner. The pager blew up and killed the 9-year-old daughter. Right, so technically, yeah, that's a war crime.
So yeah, can you say that? Can you say it's a war crime? And I said, well, no, I think the point is that this is probably one of the most
brilliant
acts of genius operational planning I've ever seen in my life. Imagine the moving parts involved in an operation like this, where you have to control everything from manufacturing.
Right, they had to start a shell company in some other country, right?
In multiple countries.
Or operation.
It's fucking crazy. Oh, and then immediately moves to a fucking... like I said, I mean, that doesn't undermine the fact that it's, yes, it was an insane fucking war crime, but holy mother of God, was it a complex fucking operation that ended up decapitating one of the world's strongest paramilitary supra-state organizations. Like it's we can cope that it wasn't, yes. The only allowable cope when it comes to the beep beep boom era is us calling it out for being literally illegal and it being basically terrorism. That we can say, okay? That we can say 100%. But not saying that it like went on the graves of Hezbollah would be like just cope, like it would be cope, because that's what it was. You want to feel good, go to another fucking show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Blowing up half of the executive body of a fucking entire movement in a matter of 15 minutes is insane. Be right back, clipping that and making an alert. What's up, Vio? Welcome in. Very nice, Vio. If somebody for some magical reason does not follow Vio, dear friend of the chat, you're literally insane. Please go and do so immediately. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's not called states that aren't doing genocide equivalent to Israel. Please, when did I do that? What the fuck? Let's just call them servants of the U.S. Capital imperialism or something. I didn't do that. When did I do that?
He just said the shit I was. I'm not gonna say anything, bro. Go ahead. I'm gonna let it rock.
I hope it creates a crisis for the GOP so severe.
What the fuck? I'm getting clipped by Vio now. That's dangerous shit. I don't like seeing that. That is scary. That is dangerous. That is dangerous. What is this? Went on the graves of Hezbollah. Jeez. Okay. Thank you, Vio. Eternality.
That they never recover. And then I hope we get a fucking Nazi to run in 28. And
He was spitting till he was like, Ich den van Schlagen, Newton. Sieg heil.
Wir müssen alle MAGA zerstören. Kleine MAGA-Idioten werden alle erschießen werden. Wir sind die proper right-wing movement auf sich starten. Ja, ja. Was machst du da, kleine Fräulein Trump? Du und deine Schwester Melina werden erschießen werden? Ja, 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 sehr gut, sehr gut, sehr gut.
Fuck Trump, fuck the Republicans, they fucked up with Doge, they fucked up with Iran, they fucked up with everything. And then he's like, we need an actual Nazi. Yes, a Nazi. Yeah. Bro. By the way, how fucking vindicated am I with... I honestly, the best take ever was when I said, this guy is the mirror image of Jimmy Dore on the right. This guy's Jimmy Dore circa 2018, but on the right, as opposed to what Jimmy was on the left.